Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Profits again, and in today's video we'll be talking about an interesting topic. So we'll be looking at five wrong things people do after you break up. So if you're interested, keep watching. So, but before we continue with this video, I would like you to please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video as you watch it, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified the next time I'll be uploading an awesome videos, because I care about you so much. Therefore, I'll be uploading videos that will help you to have a better relationship. So, what are the 5 things I believe that people do after a breakup that is wrong? The number one thing is that some people bottle up emotions. See, you can't bottle up emotions. You can't just do that, because most times when you bottle up the emotion, it tends to affect you in your next relationship. Sometimes these things we see people move on very fast and it seems like everything is fine. But you discover that when people bottle up emotion, they keep piling up things. And it's not always good to keep piling up emotions, because when that emotion explodes, it will affect a lot of things. Where it will affect the next partner you have, might affect you naturally. So it's best that you let out that emotion. If you have to cry. No, most times they'll tell you guys are not meant to cry. Be a man, be a strong guy, don't cry for any reason, just man up, all those kind of stuff. Or ladies, they'll tell you you're crying too much. See, there's nothing like crying too much, or there is nothing like manning up in this case. If you want to let out your emotion, if you want to cry. If you want to vent, go to your friends that will listen to you and vent to them, and just get off that emotion of pain. And when you do that, you start experiencing some level of peace, some level of calmness inside of you. So, but the only thing I would have to say is that try to put a timeline to this, because it's always nice to have a timeline or like a time frame that will help you to, because you need to move on. That's the truth. So you can't just stay crying for so long. So you you have to actually put a timeline to it, so that it's to help you to, okay, this is it, I've had it, now it's time to move. The second mistake people do is not taking time to evaluate what went wrong in the previous relationship. Yes, I've seen this happen a lot. People just come out from the relationship, they are going into the next relationship, not minding what went wrong in the previous relationship. So it's not nice, it's not making sense, because if you fail to get the lessons from your past relationship, you might go ahead to repeat it in the next relationship. So it's very, very important to take your time, reflect on what happened. Don't just jump in. Reflect. It's very important, because when you reflect on those relationships, you can discover what you did wrong, what they did wrong, what went wrong, or even if you don't understand what, you can talk to somebody to help you to pinpoint what you actually did wrong. Because when you are able to carry out these activities, it helps you to know, okay, this is what I did wrong, and in my next relationship I will not repeat it. Because you have not evaluated, you have not checked this out, you get into another relationship and it's not working out very, very fine the way you expected, because you are repeating the same pattern. Because I've talked to a lot of people and they are repeating patterns. I've talked to them how many relationships, they'll tell you 3 relationships has ended, and when you try to help them through it and you discover that there is a pattern they are repeating in their previous relationship and they are carrying it over to the next relationship, this is because they have not taken out time to evaluate what went wrong. They didn't pick up the lessons, they didn't pick up anything, they just want to be in a relationship. So it's not nice. So it's a very, very big error to leave a relationship and jump into another one immediately. Another mistake people do, another wrong thing they do, is to try to dive into another relationship immediately. That is so wrong. I know you might think it works out for some people, then they'll use it to get over the next partner, but seriously, it's not right. Sometimes you have to just take time. Like I said earlier, you have to take time to reflect on what happened. Reflect on what happened, so that you'll be able to know, so you not go into a next relationship and make that same mistake. Jumping into another relationship when you are still heartbroken can actually not be bad for you, but it might be bad for your next partner. Because sometimes I've discovered that most people that jump into another relationship, they just do it to heal. And by the time they have healed, they will discover that they don't really actually love the partner they are with now. That means they are now about to break somebody else's heart. So it's not nice. If you are heartbroken, take your time to heal. Take your time to get over your ex. Don't go into a relationship. Or some people, you see them get into the next relationship and they are comparing their current partner to their ex. It doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense. You won't like it if you are the one. Just imagine somebody comes into your life and they are comparing you to an ex. It doesn't make sense. So I know you won't like it. So don't do it to somebody else, please. I'm begging you. So take your time, rest, catch your breath, learn what happened, what went wrong, and then you can move on from there. Another thing people do that is wrong is that they try to stay in contact with their ex. See, most times it's very, very difficult to stay in contact with an ex who you are trying to move on from. See, if you keep going, stalking them online, checking their social media, trying to see what's going on, see, you will find it so hard to move on. You need to actually cut them off if it's necessary. If it's somebody that you know that you cannot just see and have peace, you need to just cut them off, at least for the meantime, until you are able to stand on your feet again. See, you can't keep stalking your ex on their social media. You're always on their social media, checking their status, checking their Facebook post and all those kind of stuff. It will keep giving you heart attack. You start feeling that pain inside your heart where it feels like something is choking you. So seriously, you have to calm down, stop pestering them on social media. Just try and cut them off, block their number if it's necessary, block them on social media until you are able to let go and move on. That's what you should do. Don't stop them. That's a very wrong thing to do. So I hope you get this. I know a lot of people do this one. This one I'm about to talk about now, a lot of people do it. I don't know why they do it. Like, I don't just see it making sense to me. They start playing sad songs, watching sad movie, breakup movie, all those kind of stuff. See, it's not helping you. It's not helping you. Forget about it. See, if you want to move on, you need to find a way. Once you finish crying or letting out your emotion, you need to find a way to move. You don't have to keep listening to those sad songs that keep reminding you of the past, of the things you should. You can't tell me that you want to move on. You want to take out, you want to stop remembering some things you experienced with your health, maybe the good part and everything. You want to forget all those things, because most times when you have a habit, those memories will be flashing. So you can't tell me you want to forget those memories and you are playing sad music. Those sad music will bring back the memories the more. So stop listening to sad music or watching sad movies. I don't know how it works for you guys, but it doesn't really work. I don't see it making sense. So stop it. It's not nice. It's very, very wrong. Find something positive, something uplifting, something that will keep you on the go, something that will energize you to actually see that, okay, I know that I have other part of my life to live. It's not just this relationship. You get the point. Another mistake people do is that they put their life on hold. I know you're heartbroken. That's why I said put a timeline to letting out your emotions so that you can actually move on with your life. You can't put your life on hold because a relationship didn't work out. See, a relationship is just a part of your life. It's just a part of your life. It's not the rest of your life. So you need to understand that you have to let go and move on with your life. You can't keep holding on to that person. You can't keep holding on. The person probably might have moved on and you are still holding on to them and all those kind of things. See, you have to learn how to let go, move on with your life, get busy, do the works you have to do. Don't allow it to affect your work, because if you lose your job, you are losing out altogether. So just imagine you lose a relationship, and because you lost a relationship, you're about losing your job. It doesn't make sense. So you have to find a way to actually keep going on with your life. It's painful, it's hard, but you just have to find a way to keep moving on with your life. Do other things, engage in other hobbies, do other things that will help you to actually not allow that memory. Because if you stay quiet a lot, or if you retreat and stay on your own, those memories will constantly come to you. That's one thing about thoughts. They keep coming. Once you're not engaged in other activity, they keep coming to you. So if you're putting your life on hold, it's not making sense. It's actually something that is very wrong to do. Okay, let me give us a bonus. Another mistake a lot of people make is that they hold their partner, maybe their ex, they hold grudges against their partner. There is one thing in my side they normally say: if you hold somebody down, both of you are down. So if you want to actually move on, you have to learn how to forgive. Even if they hurt you, just let them go, because see, forgiveness is not about them. Forgiveness is about you. As long as you keep holding grudge against someone, you cannot move on. Things will not be working out for you well. So that's the point of forgiving. You need to learn how to forgive. Yes, they hurt you. Yes, they did this, they did that. But you have to learn how to forgive. You just have to learn how to forgive. It's very painful. It's very difficult, but you just have to learn it. Forgive them. Okay, they did this to you. Or sometimes, even if you're the one that made it to go bad, you have to learn how to forgive yourself. You forgive yourself. It's nice. Forgive yourself. Ask for, if you did something wrong, ask God for forgiveness. Then move on with your life. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold grudges against anybody, because as long as you're holding grudges against anybody, you are holding yourself back. So it's very, very, very important that you forgive. I hope you got that. I believe that these 6 points has helped you to see that these things are wrong. I tried as much as possible to explain, so I would like you to leave a comment on the comment box. Tell me what you think about these 6 points. Let us discuss and find out if there are other areas you can share, other things you believe that people do wrong in their relationship, or maybe after a breakup, so that we can also learn from each other. Thank you for watching today's video. I would like you to remember to please subscribe if you have not done so. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified the next time I upload a video, and don't forget to visit my Facebook page, Life and Relationship Coaching with Profit Earner, where I dish out valuable information that will help you to build a solid life and relationship. See you in the next video. Bye.